Hi guys, and thanks for being with us again. It's great to have you here for Brunch Business. We've just been going over some more stuff that Yoli's been putting together, and she's moved on now to cultural awareness. And we're just actually discussing between the two of us how lucky we are in this world now that we can have so many cultures intermingled together and
all the great food.
yeah, straight onto the food. But and the great experiences and knowledge that we have by having the diversity of ethnicity in Australia. That's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And it's the modern world. It's technology that's changed it. And it's not only just that we're with people in our own communities, it's with that technology that we're communicating worldwide every day on different fronts and for different reasons and purposes, whether it be business, whether it be personal relationships, such as your relatives in Slovenia. And all of those contacts are just phenomenal.
And it's quite amazing, talking about my relatives in Slovenia, how much they don't understand the Australian culture. And I didn't think we had much of a culture until I met up with my relatives, which was quite amazing. But there's also some other things around cultures that we need to understand or don't understand. For instance, it's said that if you touch a Chinaman on the shoulder, you take his luck away. So we've got a lot to learn about cultures. And I once again, I've typed up some stuff and made some bullet points and highlighted some stuff. And I think there's a lot of the reason why people don't, or they get angry or upset with having to deal with other cultures, is because they're fear bound. They don't understand the culture, so they're afraid of what they might have to do to change.
That's right.
Or what the other person's going to do and how they're going to react to what you've said. So it's worth remembering all that.
Well, back to Asian culture again. There was the way in which you can speak to Asians.
If an Asian person does something incorrect, you can't reprimand them, let's use that word, in front of other people, because that is deemed to be the lowest form of embarrassment you can possibly show to them. You're not showing any respect whatsoever. And I think to alleviate the problem in this area, I've just written down a few things here. Find out why some cultures don't celebrate Christmas. There's a lot of cultures that actually don't, including my cousins. They don't celebrate it the way we do.
No.
It's more a celebration or a dinner where the family gets together to celebrate the birth of Christ, even though Christ wasn't born on that day. And look, I've got here why you can't tell we went through that, why you can't tell a Chinese person if they've done something wrong. What is Chinese New Year all about, and why? And why? And why do they do that? Let's use my relatives for example. How do Slovenians celebrate Christmas? And what is Saints' Day?
Yeah, well, there you go. Especially with the Greeks,
and the Croatians.
And the Croatians as well, exactly.
Yeah.
So the naming day basically is what it is for the person, and it's a lot more important to some cultures than any other day of the year.
And why it's different for men and women in those cultures.
True.
So I think to start with, you work in a community of different people in your work environment. And the one thing that we know is people love to talk about themselves, as you know. We talk about this all the time. And if you're interested in another person and if you ask them questions about their culture, if they don't come from Australia, they'd be happy to tell you. So that's one way of alleviating the issue. Or you could actually go on the internet and do some research. It's all at your fingertips, or you can actually speak it into your phone. Siri helps everybody. So go on.
No, I was just going to say, that article that I spoke to you about the other day, the article was saying that there's only 4 crucial words for a conversation. Tell me about yourself. And that really does actually brighten somebody up to actually stay in the conversation.
And once you've got to know why people do things differently and how they react, why they react differently, once you learn all that and you ask the questions why, It allays all the fears.
Yes, that's correct.
And then you can handle your customers so much better. It is just so important as a business. And remember, each one of us are customers to each other. And I keep emphasising that along the way as well. Look, I think we've covered just about everything, but I just want to mention that the world is getting smaller because of like Gary mentioned, that the technology has opened us up to the world. The world is such a much smaller place, and it's worthwhile getting into it and learning about the different cultures. The world will be a much easier place to live
and to work.
Yeah,
most definitely. Okay, guys, well, thanks very much for joining us again. We'll catch up with you soon, next week to be exact. So take care till then.
Keep smiling.
Bye now.